We talk about signifiers. Signifiers enable you to reveal what an object can do, an object's affordance. So what options have you got? First of all, you can put in labels. Secondly, you can put in a colour. Think there about the BBC website where the sports pages are all yellow, the news pages are all red, and so on. So colour can be a powerful way of signifying that something should be done. And don't forget that while you can use different colours, you do want a consistency of look across the entire app. Some examples of labels here. At the top there, you've got a label with for example, the icon with a label on the right hand side. You could do a smaller icon with a smaller label underneath. And the icon should give you an illustration, an idea of the content that's going to be there when you click it. So for example, the magnifying glass, the loop, which then gives you the ability to zoom in or to search. A couple more just to give you some ideas. The plus and minus used to add and remove. Those are relatively new. They've come out in the last 4 or 5 years. You've got the 3 lines there, which is now signifies that the item can be dragged in order to create your own heads-up display to create it and to customize it to the look that you actually prefer. And then also you've got something that Google use a great deal at the moment are those 3 dots that appear in the top right hand side of the screen. In the case of Google Classroom, and that gives you additional sub-menus and contextual menus to, for example, download the files that you're looking at. The on and off button, none are more examples. There are many of these, and it's not my intention to go through all of them, but just to make you aware of some of the different options that you have when you're choosing a design for your app, and to think about an advantage of having the delete option is that it's very clear. A disadvantage is that it takes up quite a lot of screen real estate, and therein lies one of the problems. When you're dealing with a phone that is kind of this size, you've not got much screen to play with, so you need to try again to hit that sweet spot of being as clear, as much clarity in what you can do, but taking up as little space as humanly possible, and it's a difficult juggling act. Here, I wanted to show you an example of an app that I use, just to express to you how you are already experts at understanding the signifiers. This is from an app called Filmic Pro, and this app is designed for shooting video. And if we look down there, if we look at number 1, top left, I asked students in class, do you think that white circle is draggable? And everyone said, yes, it is. When I asked the question, what do you think it does? And no one had used this app before. Most said, is it for focus? And yes, it is. Actually, in fact, it's not for focus. It's for choosing exposure. It's number 5 on the right hand side there, the one that's the square or the partial square. That's the one for focus. If you look down to the bottom left, the color temperature is a giveaway. But then if we come along to the right, number 7 there, you can see the cogs. Cogs are commonly used to denote settings. And then you've got the white circle with the additional white circle around it. Everyone knew that was to record. And of course the play button's been around for as long as electricity has, almost. I can remember play buttons on cassette recorders an awfully long time ago. And then of course right hand side, top right, that dB, everyone knows dB stands for decibels, so that's got to do with the sound. So even without ever having used this app before, or without even necessarily knowing what the app can do, you pretty quickly have an idea of 4/5 of the functionality on that page straight away. Oh, the one I forgot was number 6, which is the sort of handle there. And immediately people knew that it was to zoom in and zoom out, and that's really clever design when you think about it. Because you look at that button and you think, oh, it goes up and down. What can it be? Oh, it's to zoom in and zoom out. Really clever design. So you need to think about these elements, and when you actually make your app, you're going to be nailing your color to the mast, and you're going to be saying, right, it's going to look like this. But obviously there are going to be some things that won't be so clear, and it won't do so well. And this task is all about saying, this is what I chose, this is why I chose it, but this is what I don't like about it, and maybe what I could have chosen otherwise. So that's what you're trying to achieve when you're looking at this app. And that gives us a really simple look at affordances and signifiers.